Hi, this is Nick in 3WG, and I got the enclosures for the pig knob today. So this is it. We have pig knob on the front, 1 through 6 buttons, and then on the back there's the RJ12 connector, and then buttons 7 and 8, and the URL here. So I wanted to put this demo together just to show you how it all connects up. So I've switched from using phone cable to using ribbon cable, just because it's quite a bit more flexible and doesn't keep kinks like phone cable does. So this is what will actually ship with it. It's a 6-conductor ribbon cable, and I was a bit worried about the clamp right there inside the connector having a problem, but it works out just fine. So these will probably ship with about 6 feet of a connector like this, and this connects to this little satellite interface board. So we have computer, radio, power, and then the connector between the two. This board is dumb. There's no electronics on it whatsoever. The connector here transmits both transmit and receive signals, so that's for the conductors, and then power from the voltage input here. The range of this input is from around 7 to 14 volts. There's a voltage regulator inside here that gets it down to 5 volts for the microcontroller. So let's hook this up, and I'm going to use this short cable here. So you'll see that whenever I do plug this in, the light will come on because the power is going through that cable there. So we're up and running now. So as I spin the knob, oh, also there's no eyes on here. The eyes are going to ship with the knob but not attached, in case somebody doesn't want the eyes. They're a little self-adhesive, and they're going to be ovals as well. It's I think it's 12 by 16 millimeter ovals for the eyes. So as I spin the knob, the radio is going up and down. If I press it, we go into fast mode, and again, it's all configurable. The way it's going to ship, all the buttons are just going to be memories with they're going to set frequency and mode. So if I press 1 here, we're at 14150 USB. 2 will take me down to CW and 20 meters. 3 and 4 are on 40 meters. 5 and 6 are on 80. And then 7 is 30, and 8 is 17. So I took this to ham radio outlet last week and plugged it into a Kenwood TS480, I believe, and the Yaesu FT450, and it worked just fine. The only thing is you need that gender changer. It's female gender changer to work with the Kenwood and the Yaesu, but it does work. Also, the frequency memories in here do not work with the Yaesu and Kenwood, so it'll have to be reprogrammed for those radios if you want to use it with those. The radios that don't use plain text CAT protocol, like the older Yaesus, like the FT817 or ICOM, will not work with this knob, just because they use data format, or they're sending bytes rather than plain text that we can read. So that's the knob. So let me bring up the computer here and proxy some data. So this is K3UI. You can see that. Sorry about the reflection. So I'm going to do COM1 38 kilobaud start. So the computer is plugged into this port here through that USB serial adapter right there. So the data from K3UI is going into the knob to the microcontroller, which is immediately sending it out to the radio, and vice versa. So it sits in line with whatever you're doing. And I've also tested this in line with Pig Remote for whatever reason. It's not like you can turn this knob remotely, but it will sit in line with everything I've tested so far. So that means it could go in line with the what's the Elecraft thing that plugs into the K3 and goes in line? I don't recall, but it should work in line with anything. The baud rates on these two are the same because of that proxy functionality. So if this was 9600 and this was 19.2, then the buffers would overflow and things get bad. So they're tied together, so when you set the baud rate, you're setting it for both of them. So that's K3 UI. I can start up another application like here's KCOM. I haven't used KCOM in a while, so I might get this wrong first shot, but let's see what happens. Radio control, COM1, go. Connect 18134. So I press a button on the knob. You heard the radio click, and you can see KCOM is updated up there. And what else? How about Ham Radio Deluxe? So that's that. These are pretty much ready to go. The only thing left I have to do is figure out a box to put it in, meaning cardboard box, and then start shipping them. So I will have these at Dayton, and hopefully I can put them into the store before Dayton. So if you're going to be at Dayton, stop by and take a look. I will talk to you later. Thanks. One thing that I didn't show that I meant to was, so I showed that the applications could receive the data from the radio, but I didn't show it could actually send. So there's me going up. Let's go to 8 megahertz. So there it is there. That's all still going through the knob there. So that's that. Once again, I'll be at Dayton. Stop by and say hi.